it's quite a fast-paced company. So 1 month you could be working on one project.
Yeah.
Another month you could be working on something completely different. You're never really on something for too long. So, because I've been here like nearly 5 years now, it's good it's 5 years. I've been on quite a lot of different projects.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I prefer more than others, but like all of them, I think, you know, you've got an area where you can learn, you can work with like different sorts of people in the business and stuff. But I'd say I quite like the challenging ones because I think it pushes you as like a developer, and also I think, yeah, you just grow and learn more on the challenging ones. I think one of the ones we've had recently that's been more of a challenge is we have changed the way the app works. So a lot of apps are client driven, whereas now our app is server driven. So all of the UI is built on the server side for all of our newer projects or products, and then we push those updates down to the phone. So just getting your head around how all that fits in and works together is a different way of creating apps. So that's been interesting. At the start, it was really difficult. Now we've been doing it for about 2 years. It's quite easy to do. And we're at the point now where we're teaching web how to do it. So we can focus more on app-specific stuff, like, I don't know, making cool animations, things like that. And we can get them to build up the screens that match their products that they've been building on web. So it gives us a bit more freedom to do what we want. Obviously, it's taken a while for us to get to this point. And I'm not really a web developer either, so I didn't know much about the server-side stuff and how all that works. So it's been interesting learning about that, but I'm actually quite happy now that we've got them working on it. So now we can get back to like the cool app stuff, which I signed up for. And when it comes to like being a female in tech, I think I brushed on a bit about that in one of the previous questions. So I've worked in companies before where I've been the only woman on the team.
Yeah.
And it's gone from, you know, I've been like one woman out of a team of 100 engineers. Here right now, I think we've got about 5 or 6 women on a team of 20 people, which is really, really good for tech.
Yeah.
When I was at uni, this wasn't specifically tech, it was more engineering. But I remember when I joined, I didn't really know what it was like, what it was going to be like. I think there was about 250 people on my course. And when I turned up, there was about 20 women. So it's a bit of a shock going from like, you know, college to that environment where you're the only sort of female there. And what I would say is companies now are pushing for more representation. I think they're looking a bit further afield to see how they can recruit people into the industry.
Yeah.
Like we've had a few initiatives here where we've done like tech returns programs where you get women back into work after they've had kids, or like you train apprentices up, or like people that probably wouldn't know what roles they could have in tech. Like we've been going like for the grassroots approach, I'd say, here at AutoTrader. I think that's only going to help the sort of women in tech cause, because yeah, it can definitely get lonely at times working in this industry, being the only woman. But again, I think there's a lot of stigma. I think there's a lot of stereotypes associated with this type of job. And I think once people realise like what you can do in this field, and that it's not actually just the stereotypes, I was going to say them then, but I don't think it's fair either. It's quite a good industry to work in. And you get paid quite well as well. So